commanded you this day, the word that I have spoken to you, and those words were this, to love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. He said, when you speak those words, the things I commanded you, he said, you teach them diligently to your children. When thou walkest in the way, when thou goest in the house, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, you need to speak those things into your children's life. Praise God. That's our God-given responsibility. That's who we are as fathers. Listen to me. I've heard people say, what we need is a man in the house. No, you don't need a man in the house. You might have a man in the house, but just because there's a man in the house don't mean there's a daddy in the house. Just because there's a man in the house don't mean there's a husband in the house. You can be a lot of things, but what you need to be to your children is one who would prepare an heart to the saving of your household. Praise God. The Bible says, move with fear, preparing an ark by which you condemn the world. Every day Noah went out and he built that ark. Every day Noah walked through opposition and criticism and ridicule from his neighbors, from his friends. People talked about him, told him he was foolish to do that, foolish to live that way. I'm sure there were philosophers in Noah's day, as there are philosophers in our day, that tell us that we're crazy to live for Jesus. We're crazy to believe what we believe, that he ain't come in 2,000 years and he ain't coming. I'll tell you today, he told Noah the flood was coming. He told me through his word to look and to watch and to expect. But just as there was in Noah's day, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. Woo! I'm looking to the eastern sky. I'm looking for Jesus to split those clouds and to call his church home. I'm looking for the day when we'll be caught up together and changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. So shall we ever be with the Lord. I'm looking for that day. That's the day I'm anticipating. That's the day that I'm expecting. That's the day that's approaching. That's the day that my Jesus promised me. Amen. I'm looking for the promise. I'm hoping for the promise. Listen to me. The Bible said in Genesis 22 that when Abraham took his son Isaac, God called to Abraham. He said, Abraham, he said, take thy son, thine only son Isaac. He said, take him up to Mount Moriah, that I will show thee the mountain. I will show thee. He said, sacrifice him on an altar there to me. Abraham didn't ask any questions. He rose early the next morning, saddled the ass. The servant took the wood, and he took the knife, and he took the road, and he took his son, and they went 3 days journey, and they came to the mount, and he and the lad went up to worship. He said, then we'll come back to you. Listen to me. If Abraham could have wrote the script, he'd have never planned that day. Abraham wouldn't have plotted that course. Abraham would have left that chapter out of his life. But that ain't the way God designed it. That ain't the way God had planned it. And too many times in our lives as parents, as fathers, and as mothers, we already got it planned for our children. We already got our idea of what they will be and what they're going to do unless we lay them on the altar of sacrifice and give them over to God. But that was God's plan, and that was God's idea for Isaac, Abraham's son. Are you more concerned that your children are doing what you want them to do? Are they doing what God wants them to do? Are they in the center of your will, or are they in the center of God's will? But I want you to know it's important as parents that we lead our children in the way that they should go. Amen. It's important. The Bible says that every day he went out there to hammer a nail, put another board. 120 years he built the ark. And then the world became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Every day he hammered it out. Every day he worked it out. Every day he fought the good fight of faith. Every day he hung another board. He worked out his own salvation with fear, with trembling, because he had fear for who God was. Until the ark was finished, God put him on the ark, closed the door, and sent the flood. The whole earth was destroyed with a flood. Everything in the earth died. All males, females, children, babies, everyone. But the 8 who got on the ark, for which Noah prepared to the saving of his house. If you're a daddy here today, Noah was a father of faith. Abraham was a father of faith. David was a father of faith. What would your children be? If it was up to you to build an ark to the preparing of your house, let's make this real simple. Can I see you build an ark? Do they see you building the ark this week? Can you skip a couple of weeks and come back and put another board on a few weeks later? A month from now, you forgot about the ark. August rolled around, you sat down on you real heavy, and you say, man, I need to get back working on that ark again. Every day, Noah built that ark. Every day. Every day. To the saving of his house. Noah couldn't build the ark fast enough. He couldn't get enough done from daylight to dark because he believed that the flood was coming. And there was nothing as important to Noah as his family. Wasn't his position, wasn't his prominence, wasn't his popularity, wasn't his status in society, wasn't his money, wasn't his hobby, wasn't his recreation, wasn't his possessions. It was his family, his children. He meant the world to old Noah. So Noah built the ark. He built the ark. He didn't stop. He didn't quit. He didn't work it halfway out. Say, I've had enough of this. I can't do this no more. He built the ark. The flood came. Are you building the ark? Or are you heading to the flood? See, you can either help or you can hinder. You can build an ark or you can turn on the spigot. Let a little more water in. And a little more water in. And a little more water. The spigot of your habits, the spigot of your addictions. You just send more water in the flood. It's not a hard thing. It's really a simple thing. You just got to make a choice. And I'm not asking you to make a choice about Jesus today. Because too many people done made a choice about Jesus. And you see what that looks like. I want you to make a choice about Jesus. I want you to make a choice to surrender your life to the Lord. To follow Him. And to walk with Him. Do I stand to your feet?